Hi everyone, and welcome to Ultimate Exercise Ball Class at Core Maximus, filmed on location here. Thank you, Core Maximus. This workout here is geared towards my golfers. However, if you play any rotational sport, absolutely this can be for you. If you don't play golf, this could be for you. On that note, if you've never worked out with me before, make sure you've done the warm-up. We don't want you injured in order to keep playing golf. And there's 6 moves. Each move is 1 minute. You can do this as a standalone workout for golf. You can do it 2 or 3 times through, depending on if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Or you can add this to your training regimen that you already have. So today, if you want, you can have a wall for our back extension. It's our first move. I'll go through it. I have 1 weight. I would suggest a medium. You could actually even hold your golf club if you want on this, and ball, mat, away we go. Okay, so first one is going to be a back extension. Again, if you would like your feet at the wall, you can absolutely come into feet at the wall position, so you're locking your feet into the wall on this with legs bent. I'm going to be away from the wall. All right, so all the same principles apply. What I'm teaching here, you can do exactly the same with your feet at the wall. So feet are shoulder width apart. We're going to bend through our knees, and we're going to get our hips not on top of the ball, not on the side, kind of somewhere in between. And again, we're going to glue our feet possibly into the wall or strong into the mat. Now, we're going to come all the way over the ball. We're going to place our hands on our hips, and this is going to guide us to lift from our hips and not from our rib cage. Okay, so for 1 minute, we're coming all the way down. We're going into that full forward fold, hinge from hips, strong through tummy and back, head in neutral, shoulders away from ears, little baby pause, control on the down. So this is a great move to strengthen up all through our core, strengthen through that back so we don't get hurt while we're doing our rotational sports. You might feel a little bit of work through your hamstrings, that's upper back of legs. We want that little baby pause in that top position, and control on the down, control on the up. You will know if you're hinging from your hips because your rib cage, or you'll be able to take a big deep breath. If you're hinging from your ribs, the cue would be that it's hard to inhale and exhale, so you want to straighten up a little bit, allow that full inhale, and then we can come all the way back over the ball. Wonderful. Okay, forward ball roll. This is amazing to help increase the distance of your drive. So we're going to kneel behind the ball. Toes can be tucked under or flat. If this is uncomfortable on your knees, you can roll your mat up a few times or place your towel underneath you. You are then going to place your fists, hands on the ball, shoulders away from ears, belly button in strong. We're going to roll that ball forward. So as that ball rolls forward, I'm lowering my torso and I'm coming down onto my elbows. I'm getting my shoulders, hips, knees into a straight line. If we feel strong and comfortable through our low back, we can start straightening up our arms, breathe, slow roll back. So 2 parts to this. We're going to roll out, be very mindful, shoulders, hips, knees, nice straight line. It's a half plank. And then if you feel like you can roll out further, we start lengthening through those arms and that slow roll back. Okay, we have 1 minute here. Really be aware that there's no pressure in your spine. Right? We're getting that really good core control, tummy and back protected, and then we're lengthening out through shoulders, so helping with our shoulder mobility, but we're also increasing our strength in our lats, big back muscle that attaches to the shoulders. I'd like your head in neutral, next an extension of our spine, which means when I'm not looking up and I'm not looking down. Of course, every now and then you can have that little peek at me. Make sure we're breathing, and your guide here is no pressure in your low back. If you feel any pressure, it means your hips are dropping past neutral, and I get a bit of a squishing sensation. We don't want that. We want our hips up strong, and then we're gonna roll back. Okay, we just moved a lot through upper body. Let's move lower. From here, we're going to come over the ball, strengthening our hip flexors, which is, as you swing through, we're powering through with our hips. So we're going to strengthen that and alleviate any pressure in our low back. So we're going to walk ourselves out over the ball. Hands are directly underneath our shoulders. Further the ball is away from your hands, the harder this is. Hips are up strong, and then we're going to tuck our knees in and roll that ball out. We're here for a minute. Okay, so active strong push away from floor. I bring my knees in towards my chest. I'm keeping my upper body completely still. So really teaching the body to keep part of us still and stable and strong while we gain power and strength through another part of our body, right? Strengthening up through hip flexors. That's gonna be adding power and strength to our swing. Really strong through upper body here. My shoulders are directly above my wrists. I'm spreading my fingers out nice and wide. This is a full body exercise, so you can probably hear my heart rate starting to come up a little bit. I want tummy nice and strong, flat back. I'm trying to roll that ball in a straight line and then back out in a straight line. Perfection. Rest there. That was, look at the ball's even trying to leave. Okay. Our next one, we're getting into, now that we're nice and warm from front to back, we're getting into some rotational patterns. So first one is prone ball roll. So I'm coming onto the ball with my torso, and I'm going to hug the ball with my upper body. My shoulders, hips, feet are in a straight line. My feet are nice and wide, and I'm up on my toes. So from here, again, I'm hugging the ball, and now I'm going to roll as far as I can. So I'll roll towards you, you roll towards me, and then we pull back to the middle and switch sides. This is that, I guess coil is the best way to kind of imagine this. It's that we're coiling through, we're adding to our rotational strength and power, working on range of motion, flexibility, strength through this, again, coil pattern to add that rotational strength and power to your drive. All right, so we want to roll as far as we can till you feel like you might fall over. And your core is able to pull you back up to the middle. Nice and strong. Now in that last one, my foot came off the floor because I was rolled so far that some of my power left through my lower body. So I'd like you to try and keep your feet in contact with the floor. It doesn't mean my weight doesn't shift. I'm coming up onto the toe, but I'm really trying to add that rotation. Beautiful rest there. That rotational pattern, right? I don't want to be rolling from side to side. I want to be twisting. So on that rotational thought, we are now going to grab our weight. So we're going to keep working through that rotation. And now we're going to take weight off our upper body and keep our lower body nice and still here. So if you have a mic pack, move it out of the way. You're going to walk yourself forward. You have your one weight in your hand. We're going to walk ourselves forward until our head and shoulders are resting on the ball. So head and shoulders resting, shoulders, hips, knees, nice straight line. I just talked about keeping our feet in contact with the ground. So both feet are in contact with the floor here. And now we're trying to keep our knees bent. through this pattern, and hips up strong. You're going to take your weight and you're going to lift it in line with your chest with both hands, keeping head and shoulders glued to the ball. You are going to lower that weight towards me. So we're going to move the ball. Shoulders will end up stacked on top of each other, weights in line with our chest. We're going to pull that weight back up to the middle, and now you're going to show me your back. You're going to roll away from me and pull back to the middle. Rotational strength. We're still doing that coiling type pattern. Again, giving us power and distance in our drive, but we're also working through our mobility and our range of motion in our spine, right? It's very challenging to add to our swing, again, or any rotational sport, if our back doesn't have the mobility, range of motion in order to do that. All right, so as we're rolling through here, it takes a little bit sometimes to get this pattern, but the ball will move from side to side. You might be getting a nice good stretch through your shoulders. I am today. My shoulders are nice and relaxed. My grip on my weight is nice and relaxed. It's staying in line with my torso. I'm trying to keep my knees bent. They may straighten, and hopefully as you keep doing this, the mobility in your spine allows you to keep your knees bent. Last one here, and back up to the middle strong. Slowly walk yourself back up till you are standing. No need for the weight anymore. You finally get to lay down. Last one, we're going lying hip extension, which looks like you get to lay all the way down on the ground. We did some hip flexor work, so now we're going to strengthen back of legs, glutes, and low back. Arms by your side, palms up, and they're gently resting like the letter V. You're going to place both feet on top of the ball. Ball closer to you will make this easier. Toes pointed straight up towards the ceiling. From here, we're going to control as we lift our hips up off the ground, fighting to get shoulders, hips, feet, nice straight line. Slow control on the lower. All right, nice slow control up, fighting to keep the ball nice and still, little baby pause, slow control on the lower. From here, we're trying to use our arms as little as possible. They're helping us balance. We're trying to avoid using them to help us lift. Nice slow control, shoulders, hips, feet, nice straight line. Keep those toes pointed up towards the ceiling for me. Again, strengthening all through our back side, hamstrings, top of our upper leg, our glutes, our low back. Working through really getting a nice, strong, stable core. Not only are we helping our golf game or any of our sports here, but we're also preventing injury by keeping that strong, stable core. All right, nice, strong up. Let me check my stopwatch. My hamstrings are really starting to feel it. I got time for one more, team. One more. And rest, bum all the way down. All I want you to do here, keep your bum on the ground. You're gonna roll your knees in towards your chest and nice, easy back out. We're gonna loosen hamstrings, low back. Okay, amazing job, fantastic job. If you have time, absolutely please make sure you do the cool down. Or maybe you take time after the game to do some stretches. And if we're adding this to your training program, you did a great job. Intermediate and advanced, you can absolutely roll through this 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna hang out here and keep stretching. So you guys did a great job, absolutely amazing. Good luck in the game.